The years go by, but the memories stays, and those were the good old days.
Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. Let me take you back. I want to tell you the story of tell you a story that really stands out in my mind as a funny one. I believe it was my eighth grade year at Longfellow Junior High. That was about maybe 1986, 87, for those of you who want to date. My cousin John Swisher, of course we call him the Swish Man, so I'll say the Swish Man and I were in Mr. Bentfield's study hall, sixth period, I believe it was, sixth period, yeah. We were in Mr. Bentfield's study hall, or Mr. Bentfield's class for study hall. Mr. Bentfield wore big army boots, and he had a little small mustache. Everybody used to call him Hitler. Well, anyway, Mr. Bentfield would always approach the class, and he'd come and he'd say, "Well, let's see, John and Roger went to the library yesterday. Go ahead, give that as a chance. Anybody else want to go to the library? First row? Second row? Third row? How about the fourth row? And John and Roger, you guys want to go to the library again?" Yeah, Mr. Bentfield, we do. It's like, okay, you're going to go to the library. We got down to the library, and the librarian was Mrs. Green, or Miss Green, whoever. She was a bitch, if I may be bold and blunt to say. John and I got in there, Swishman and I got in there, and before the bell even rang, we were talking before the bell rang, and Miss Green said, "You know what, Swisher, Cornell, you guys get out." I'm like, "Well, what do we do?" She's like, "You're talking, it's like the bell never even rang." She's like, "You two get out." So she signs us a little pass and stuff to get back into class, and Swishman and I walked around for a good 15-20 minutes there, close to the end of the period, and we get back, and I go take the slip to Mr. Bentfield. He's like, "And Roger and John, Miss Green's time missed about 15-20 minutes ago. Where were you?" John says, "Oh, we had to go to the bathroom, Mr. Bentfield." "Oh, okay, I guess. I'm not going to say any more." Another time that stands out funny about Mr. Bentfield is during that time that Swishman and I was in there, we had my cousin Marty was in there. My Aunt Doris's youngest son. And I can remember Marty was in there, and he had missed like maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and Mr. Bentfield says, "Marty, nice to see you back. How come you missed about a week or two? You might want to see me after study hall here. Get some of your assignments for study hall, or for geography." He says, where have you been for the past week and a half?" And Marty mumbled under his breath, goes, "Whoa. You have to speak up. I can't hear you." "I said speak up because I had mono." Whole class busted out laughing. I mean, we all busted out laughing. It was just hilarious. And Mr. Bentfield was just one of those. I don't want to hear these things. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that question. I can remember Mike Dennis, a kid named Mike Dennis, during the things there, up at Longfellow there, at the second floor, and most of the things there had their doors had padlocks on them, and they'd padlock it after the teachers would leave the room for some reason or other, lunch or at the end of the day or whatever. They'd padlock the doors so nobody could get in there and take their supplies or whatever, I guess is how it went. But Mike Dennis locked Mr. Bentfield in his room, put the padlock on the door, and locked Mr. Bentfield in. I can remember Mr. Bentfield yelling, "Help! Help! Somebody help me! I'm locked in here! Somebody help me!" Such a funny time. But I look back on that time and I laughed my ass off because that's funny. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.
Pineapple pie.